we're struggling right now, and that's something that we have to fix going down the stretch if we want to be a playoff team. But hopefully, tonight we've been pretty good at home this year. So hopefully we can get back on track and right the ship.
And just when you look at LA was obviously not a great game, but against Anaheim, and then also on Tuesday against San Jose, you guys forced overtime both games. Were you happy with the performances in those games, or what could be better?
Well, obviously LA, we came out really flat. Weren't too happy with that. Against Anaheim, played better. I think we could have been better even in that game itself. Obviously it sucks coming away with only 1 point. You get to shoot out. You never know what can happen. But we'll take that. And then thought in San Jose we came out good. We started out skating and moving the puck well, and then we kind of got away from it a little bit. I don't know whether it was maybe from a little bit of fatigue after a long trip or just mentally we weren't sharp. As the game went on, I think they seemed to have the fresher legs and kind of took it to us a bit in the second, third period there. So it's frustrating. Like you said, we force overtime in both games. You'd like to get a win in at least one. So, but they're done with now. And like I said, we move on to tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, go to Nick Hatzanika.
Hey, Alex. Kyle Connor has made himself one of the best goal scorers in the league. He's sixth in goals since 2017-18. You go back with him a long way. Like, how did he get here, and what makes him so good as a scorer?
I think his work ethic. I've been training with him. I played with him and played against him growing up in youth hockey, and then these last 5-6 years since we both turned pro. I've been working out and training in the same facility in the off season and skated with him a lot. And I think it's not a coincidence. He's in the gym every single day. He's on the ice every day he can be. He loves to be on the ice, loves to work on his craft and whatever it is, whether it's shooting from a certain spot or it's his like skill skates and things like that. He's always one of the hardest workers on the ice. He's always giving it 100%. And it's no surprise. I wasn't really surprised, when I see him putting up 25-30 goals a year. And I think he's honestly pretty underrated throughout the league as a goal scorer. So
would you play with him 1 year at Bell Tire? It was like you, Dylan, Werenski, Perlini. Is that just one season?
Yeah, I was just there for the 1 year. Those guys played together for a few more. I know before that, but I was just there for the 1 year.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Ted Colfin.
Hey, Alex, do you see we've asked you guys a lot here lately, just the disparity between the home and the road. What do you see that you guys are not doing on the road that you are doing at LCA?
From my eyes and for whatever reason, we, I don't want to speak for everybody, but it just seems like we kind of come out a little bit slow out of the gate. It almost seems like we're waiting to see what's going to happen some nights. And especially on the road, it doesn't matter home or away. You can't have that, right? You can't give a team an opportunity to get ahead and to get it off to a good start, because then you're just playing from behind the rest of the night and you're just chasing, and it's not a good way to play the game, and it's not how you win games in this league. So whatever it is, whatever guys have to do to get it in their heads, whatever we have to do as a group to understand that we need to be ready to go from that opening whistle, whether it starts the night before, morning skate, pregame warm up, whatever it is, like we need to find a way to get going and start games on time.
How difficult has this schedule been, especially with that Anaheim being rescheduled? It seemed like everything got really bunched up there.
Yeah, it was. It kind of threw us for a loop, and you don't want to make excuses, right? Everybody's going through things, and guys are playing shorthanded. They played the night before just like us, so it's not like it's not like there was any advantage in playing them later in the week, or maybe if we played them from the get go, they were shorthanded. But guys if you're in this league, you're in this league for a reason, so it doesn't matter who's in, who's out. Other than that, I don't know. We've got to find a way to win games, whether it's at home or on the road. We're gonna have a tougher schedule coming up, but without all these postponed games after February, after that All-Star break, we had a tough schedule. So now with games needing to be made up, it's just only going to be even harder. So.
And last one, do you have any sort of relationship with Connor Hellebuck also? Have you guys been on any teams or anything like that, national teams or anything like that?
No, he's a few years older than me. I haven't really had a
Okay, I
chance
just
to get
wasn't
to know him
sure.
at all, so.
All right, cool, thanks.
Yep.
Next, go to Helene St. James.
Hi, Alex. Wanted to ask you, sitting up in the press box, it's impressive to watch Lucas Raymond and how he plays, but can you give me this perspective? You see him right at ice level, like what's made him so effective at 19?
I think his confidence, honestly, with him and with Mo, like they both play with a confidence and a swagger that they know that they can get the job done and that they can perform at a high level, even if it's their first year in the league, which is great, which is what you want to see, because that's something that I think is hard to find and hard to get to a point where you can just kind of, it doesn't matter what happens that day, the day before, you feel good and you have the confidence in yourself to know that you're going to get the job done. So that's what, it's special. Not everybody has it. Not everybody can get to that point. So, and you see it on the ice, he's trying things, even if he's in a little bit of a slump or he hasn't scored in a game or two, like he's still doing the same things and he's on the ice practicing those same things and just being a good pro.
Did that pop out at you pretty much right in training camp or early in the season?
Yeah. Once we got like into the preseason and we started playing against other teams and the beginning of the year there, like you could definitely tell that, he's a special player. He stood out from the get-go and separated himself, I think, from everybody and kind of showed that he's here and he's here to stay, which is great, which is what you want to see in a guy. So.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, those are all the questions we had this morning for Alex. We'll be back shortly with Coach Blashill.
Thanks, guys.